Good afternoon to one and all. In this video lecture series, we will discuss about the construction of planing machines or various parts of the planing machine. In the previous lecture series, we had already discussed about what is a shaper and what is the working principle behind the shaper and what are all the various types of shaping machines. And with the help of shaping machine, what are all the various different types of shapes which we can be produced, and then we are also discussed about the different types of driving mechanisms which is involved in the shaping machine. In case of planing machine, in the last class we had discussed about the main working principle of the planing machine and also various types of the planing machine. In this series, today we will discuss about the construction of planing machine. This is the planer machine. These are all the various parts of the planing machine. This is the bed. Above bed table is mounted, and this is the feed mechanism through which we can feed during the forward stroke or return stroke for the machining purposes. This is the column, or the other name of the column is the housing, HOUSING, and this is the cross rail. With the help of the cross rail or in the cross rail, tool head is fitted. In the tool head, tool is fitted. The workpiece is fitted in the table with the help of the T-slots which is available here. This table moves forward direction and backward movement, and backward movement with the help of the electric motor drive mechanism. As the tool is fitted here and the workpiece is fitted here, the table moves frontward direction and return direction. During the forward stroke, the machining process takes place, and during the return stroke, the machining process does not take place. This is the main parts of the planing machine and also the working principle behind the planing machine. Now we will discuss one by one detail. These are all some of the major parts of the planing machine. First one is the bed, table, housing or column, cross rail, tool head, and the different types of driving mechanism which is used for the forward and return stroke of the table, and feed mechanism. This is a cross member. First we will discuss about the bed. It is a large box-like casting. The length is nearly twice that of the table length, and also it consists of guideways on which the table moves to and fro direction, and it also houses the driving mechanism of the table. Inside the table it houses the driving mechanism, and it is made up of cast iron. Next major part is the table. It is also known as platen. It has large rectangular castings mounted on the bedways, and also it holds the work and reciprocates along the bedways. The top surface of the table consists of the T-slots through which work is clamped in the T-slots. Next, the most important part of the planing machine, third one, is the housing, or the other name of housing is the column. It is a large vertical structure on each side of the bed. It supports the cross rail on which tool heads are mounted, and also it supports the mechanism for operating the tool heads. It is also made up of the cast iron. Next important part is the cross rail. It is a rigid casting mounted horizontally on the column. Housing or column is in the vertical position, whereas the cross rail is mounted horizontally on the column or housing. It can be moved upward direction as well as downward by elevating the screw, and also it carries two slides with the tool heads. Tool heads can be moved horizontally on the guideways of cross rail. The housing consists of this cross rail consists of the guideways. With the help of the guideways, we can fit the tool heads according to the convenient based upon the shape of the workpiece. Next one is the tool head. It contains tool post for holding the tools. This tool post consists of the clapper box. During a return stroke, cutting tool can be lifted with the help of the clapper box, and also it has the tools can be swelled through 60 degree on either side of it. In case we want to cut the angular cut, this tool head can be tilted to the limit of the 60 degree angle. Next, specifications of the planer. The distance between it is based upon the distance between the two housings, and also it is based upon the height between the table and the cross rail. At its uppermost position, Then it is based upon maximum length of the table, travel, number of speeds and feeds available, and power input, floor space required, types of drive, and then net weight of the machine. Thank you.